This is breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
It appears that we have a lot of police down the road. They all have the plastic handcuffs around them. We have not seen anyone get arrested. We heard some rumors, but as you can see, compared to earlier, it is very much clearing out here. We still have a pretty big group right here, just on the corner. And then taking a look on the other side of Bridger down Las Vegas Boulevard. People are still on the corners. There are police in the middle. We are out here just to continue to see the coverage as people are heading home, and as the protest was scheduled to end at 7, people really do seem to largely be listening to the orders to go ahead and clear out at 7 o'clock. But there are still people here.
Did you show the top of the roof over there?
Up here on top of the ICE building, we do have a couple people. Appears to be SWAT or some Metro officers. There are people crossing the streets right now. There are people. You see this big line down here? Again, there's a big line of police down Las Vegas Boulevard. People are clearing out the federal building, mostly cleared out except for here at the corner at the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard and Bridger. People are continuing to move down Las Vegas Boulevard.
You do not have to go home.
We'll just stay live for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You do not have to go home. Stay for democracy. Our ancestors did not go home. The founding fathers did not go home. They did a revolution. They did not go home. They did the
There are still people standing. While a lot of people were walking around earlier, it just seemed like a lot of the people still out here are still upholding their signs. Right now, taking a look, there are Metro officers in the intersection at Bridger and Las Vegas Boulevard as people walk across. People are crossing the street, but this is during the walk signals as they are allowed to. People still remaining on the sidewalks as they've been ordered to do since the protest began at 5 p.m. And now we do see some Metro police are walking this way towards the intersection at Las Vegas Boulevard and Bridger. And they do have the zip tie handcuffs all around. Haven't seen any arrests. Doesn't mean none have happened, but none that we have seen. But they are continuing to walk this way. Looks like they're being instructed to spread out.
We do have members here with
We have people out here with gas masks and
Based off of what happened the other night.
based off of all of the tear gas that was deployed on protesters on Wednesday night.
But no sign of that yet.
We have not seen any tear gassing today, nor have we had any warnings from the police officers, any threats of it being deployed. Right now we do see a car in the intersection with a Donald Trump, flag, a pro-Donald Trump flag. The protesters don't actually really seem to be interacting with that truck.
We will never, ever submit to Donald Trump.
More officers continuing to line Las Vegas Boulevard for at least almost a full block in front of the Foley Federal Building.
The protest is over. Please head home safely.
We are a peaceful protest. Please do not go home until
Go ahead.
Just let it ride.
So we're just going to continue to show you the scene here at Las Vegas Boulevard and Bridger Avenue. There are still people out here with signs and
democracy needs us. Stay peaceful, stay respectful, but our democracy needs us. Stay here.
I need to suggest you guys go home, please. Please, definitely go
So they said, protest organizers just said, Metro is giving everybody a chance to peacefully leave. But it's only going to take one person to make the wrong decision, and then Metro might have to act. So that's what we're waiting on, just to make sure that everybody leaves safely.
so we do see a large police presence. A lot of officers have been out here for the past several hours right now at the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard and Bridger Avenue in downtown. We do see officers in the medians in between the lanes, as well as some standing in the street, several police cars, and then a long line of officers in front of the Foley Federal Building. We have not seen the officers really interacting too much. However, now that the scheduled protest from 5 to 7 p.m. is over, we are being told by protest organizers that what that means is the police are giving protesters a chance to leave peacefully, and anyone who remains at that point is when police could act to try to remove protesters who do not choose to leave. Have we had an official dispersal order yet?
The permit ended at 7 o'clock.
Okay. The permit ended at 7 o'clock, but we haven't seen.
I haven't seen
Okay.
it.
Now, I'm thinking the second they put down their shields is when I'm putting on my gas mask.
Okay.
Right? 'Cause
Yeah, I think we're fine.
I think so, too.
The mood feels peaceful out here.
It does, but it only takes one person.
Yeah, you're right.
What time is it?
7:12.
7:12. But the police over there have actually moved from the median over to standing in front of the protesters on the sidewalk. That is on the other side of Las Vegas Boulevard and Bridger Avenue intersection. There are police on one side of the street standing in front of a group of protesters. They do seem to be keeping a distance of several feet. It's unclear if they are interacting with the protesters, but they have moved their safety shields down in front of their faces, some of them. And the police officers on this side of Las Vegas Boulevard are actually retreating away from the intersection. Unclear if they are regrouping, receiving orders, or if they are moving to another area. We will keep an eye on them. And there are squad cars all up and down Las Vegas Boulevard. It looks like some of them are returning. People are reminding people to stay on the sidewalk. There are some officers actually getting in their squad cars. It is, again, not clear if they are getting in their cars to leave or to move them or what is happening. You can hear behind me, there are lots of people cheering at the intersection. There are a lot of people out here that are continuing to remind their fellow protesters to stay on the sidewalk. That has been the command from Metro Police throughout the evening. People are trying to remind each other to remain peaceful, and so far this protest has been nothing but peaceful, although I will say right now what we are seeing is multiple squad cars actually entering the intersection at Bridger and Las Vegas Boulevard. Some of the other squad cars that were behind me are leaving. Unclear if these ones are planning to leave or it does appear that they are driving away from this intersection.
Please stay peaceful and respectful.
There are squad cars actually that were lined up facing away from us that have now turned around, and more squad cars that have actually just arrived in front of us. These are officers with their helmets on, with their zip ties, and some of them do actually have the shield down in front of their helmet. We've seen a few people out here with gas masks on after the tear gassing that occurred on Wednesday's protest. We have these squad cars that drove away are actually returning, facing towards the intersection that we're at. Not all of them, some of them appear to be turning around. The police have not shared any commands with the crowd at this point. There have not been any threats. There have really not been any orders from the police other than to remain on the sidewalk. However, now taking a look, okay, the officers that were on Las Vegas Boulevard, on Las Vegas Boulevard, south of Bridger, they walked away. We now see that they have actually moved to the north side of Las Vegas Boulevard at the intersection of Bridger. Okay, we've got Metro officers, as you can see, in the brown uniforms, and we also have additional officers you can see arriving. Adjusting our camera. Adjusting our camera. Possible? There we go. Okay. Got it? Yeah, I didn't realize that this wasn't attached. Okay. I'm gonna put my mask on, I think, just because please excuse the movement right now. We have our own gas masks, and we are gonna go ahead and put those on just in case. We have not had any threats of tear gas.
Our First Amendment rights are not for negotiation.
you'll have to speak really loud.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Ask Nate to let us know.
Block the sidewalk. You do not want to give them any excuse. Do not block the sidewalk.
Please excuse my voice. We have put on a half mask just in case. I guess I don't have. I guess so.
No. Can you just put it back on your head? They're not moving yet.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
All right. We have more officers arriving on this side again. They do. Oh, look. Yep.
Our Constitution is right here.
Shows up in a
You can
suit
read
and
the
tie.
Of course. So we're just
It's been 107 degrees outside. We see an old colleague of ours who. Okay, we have not had any direct orders from Metro other than the orders throughout the night to remain on the sidewalk so far, other than when people are crossing the street when they are allowed to do so. Everyone appears to be remaining on the sidewalk. Could you please take a picture of how hilarious I look right now? Just for my own self. With all of this. I'll just pretend like I'm...
The Constitution
Okay.
is the supreme rule of the law. Land of
Now, while we see officers spreading out, some of them again appear to be returning to their squad cars, so it's unclear if that is because they will be moving. We've seen more of an officer presence on the other side of the intersection here at Las Vegas Boulevard and Bridger Avenue. Earlier, this side was where everyone is. People have started to spread out. The officers have moved mostly to that side. They do have helmets on with shields. However, we have not seen riot gear beyond that. I see a couple of officers that appear to have bulletproof vests on, but other than that, we do not see any shields or anything like that.
Right here, if you want to read the Constitution, it's crystal clear.
We have not seen, to my knowledge, any tanks or SWAT vehicles. We do see up on the top of the federal building some people who appear to be in tactical gear, possibly SWAT, with it appears binoculars. And there is a drone above me that is could be a police drone, although there's really no way for me to know.
Helicopter up there.
And a police helicopter that we've seen throughout the day. But on Wednesday, we did see, by this time at the protest on Wednesday, police were moving the crowd. They were beginning already to deploy the tear gas on Wednesday and the rubber bullets, and we have not seen any officers. I have not seen any officers out with their guns out, with their guns drawn. I can see right now one person with a bulletproof vest on. So right now it does appear to be a calmer response.
You have the right to be here. You have the right to be here.
I haven't seen any tanks or anything like that either.
Counts on us.
Okay, here comes the motorcycle.
We have constitutional rights.
The officers riding motorcycles. Okay, we are going to
Stay live.
We are going to walk through the crowd here and actually move down to the other side. We are going to cross Bridger Avenue at the next time when we are legally allowed to.
I got you.
Okay, you want to hold on to my back? We will be waiting until we are legally allowed to cross. Excuse me, we have a wagon. We will be, okay, we have now police on motorcycles. allowed to cross?
Yeah.
You want to go? With those? With that crowd, or do you want to stay? Let's maybe stay at this corner. Okay. We will stay at the corner here. As mentioned, my toes are on the sidewalk. Everyone else's toes are on the sidewalk. Those are the orders we've had all day. There are Metro officers here. They do have helmets and shields on. We have not seen any weapons drawn. We have not seen any shields. It's very peaceful. The protesters are reminding each other to stay peaceful. They are out here with their signs, and although there's been aggressive political language, we've not really seen any aggression between protesters or any aggression between protesters or in law enforcement. Law enforcement is pretty much standing, just watching the crowd, doing crowd control, making sure everyone stays on the sidewalk. But right now, I will apologize. There is language happening. There are, of course, language on many of the signs. Now I do see a big detention police vehicle that has just pulled up to the intersection behind the officers. We have not had any commands from them.
Just a note real quick, Metro does not have tanks. They have tactical armored vehicles.
Thank you.
Yep.
We have not seen any of the Metro tactical armored vehicles. That is a vehicle that I previously referred to as a tank. That is not the right term. They are armored vehicles. We have not seen any of those.
Yeah, they're called Bearcats. Bearcats.
We have not seen any of the beige tactical Bearcats. There is a police detention van driving through here. We have not seen any arrests occur. Police are hydrating, hopefully. Okay, now over.
I wish you cared about the people that much.
Well, I'm going to tell you something funny later about this detention.
Chinga la migra. Chinga la migra.
Okay, now actually officers are pulling out water bottles, Gatorade. These officers have been out here all day. We did have a high of, I believe, around 107 that was predicted for today. Tomorrow we have an extreme heat warning in effect from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So, these are officers that are wearing long sleeves and long pants and helmets, so them staying hydrated is also necessary. And we have had tons of people out here earlier today with wagons giving out free water to the protesters. I definitely saw dozens of people handing out free water. Some of it was even ice cold. So a lot of people taking care of each other today.
Trump! 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 Trump!
I don't think there's any room for us to keep moving that way.
Yeah, I think this is maybe the best spot right here, because if anything is to happen,
we'd have to go over.
We have this van, and we're right here on the edge. Just make sure no one's leaving out of our backpack. What time is it?
7:28.
You don't get no peace. You don't get no peace. We don't get no peace. We don't get no peace.
Now, most of the protesters have made their way pretty much to the intersection of Bridger and Las Vegas Boulevard. A few more on the north side of the intersection along Las Vegas Boulevard. Earlier, we had people pretty much reaching the ends of the next block in all directions. Now they've pretty much come to the edges here. Cars honking as they drive through the intersection. The intersection is mainly closed. Occasionally they have let a few cars go through. Just speculating, but the cars that have driven through here are likely cars that were already located within this intersection in a lot or parked along the street. I would not recommend trying to drive through the area of Las Vegas Boulevard between about Ogden and Las Vegas and up probably all the way down Las Vegas Boulevard towards the Strip. You should probably avoid driving on Las Vegas Boulevard tonight.
Lock him up. Lock him up. Feeding the cats, feeding the dogs.
Continuing to see a large police presence here. Oh. It looks like they're just receiving orders to spread out a little bit.
Now hold hands.
I have not seen the police presence, the number of officers here on the street grow in the last several minutes. Of course, we've seen it grow throughout the night. We do have some motorcycle officers. Cars driving now. They are driving east and west along Bridger Avenue, not turning onto Las Vegas Boulevard. You do hear honking. That seems to be largely in support of the protesters.
It's up a little bit, bro. Probably hot, bro. A little spoon.
I would not recommend riding your hoverboard through this intersection right now, though.
I know you just hated to get photographed on the other side. Now it's going to be known forever. It's your job, but what's right, bro? Grandma, mom, all that. Generation right here, bro. Look for more than just a paycheck.
I haven't thought about that. It's definitely very hard to estimate how many people are out here. There were definitely thousands earlier during
the protest organizer had said an estimated 7,000, but I don't know.
That's what I heard as well. Several thousand people were for sure out here earlier tonight. Now it's really hard to estimate how many people are still out here, but at least I would say a couple hundred. It's hard to estimate due to the way people are spread out along the edges of the sidewalk, but several hundred with signs.
No racist police!
It's definitely died down a lot since the 5 to 7 o'clock official protest. The protesters, made a point for this to be a peaceful protest, and they have been remaining peaceful. People are staying on the sidewalk. That was a big point of contention, not point of contention, that was a big point that law enforcement made after Wednesday's protest, saying that you cannot block the streets, that it would be illegal to block the streets. So, it seems like the protesters today have been listening to those orders. It is still light outside. And there are cars driving by. Some of them we've seen a couple times, some that we're just now seeing. Unclear if it's people who were previously standing out here and are now leaving, or people that are just now coming down here to express solidarity with the protesters, but there are people driving through holding signs, some of them honking. People walking across the street now or within the sidewalk during the walk sign. I wonder if there's any...
Esta presencia de elementos mitoteros justo aquí en la esquina de Las Vegas Boulevard.
So I feel like if it clears out, we almost shouldn't, like if it clears out, we should maybe go wait back by your car for a little bit and make sure. They have one. There are officers here continuing to watch the crowd. There really haven't been, where I'm standing, any interactions with the officers. It's really been very calm. Of course, there are, occasionally some protesters trying to taunt the law enforcement officers, but we've not seen any actual interactions with them. We've not received any orders or any threats of any deployment tactics that were used on Wednesday. We do have a detention van located right in the middle of the intersection at Bridger in Las Vegas, but that we have not seen anyone placed inside. It seems more to be a precautionary tool.
Y estos mitoteros está la presencia de las autoridades de una manera tranquila, una manera. Ahora sí que aquí no vemos esos ataques directos hacia los elementos.
We do still have, if you can see up on the top of the federal building, it appears to be some law enforcement officers with binoculars. Again, we have not seen any guns drawn. We did have reports of rubber bullets on Wednesday. We haven't had any threats of that today or even seen those weapons being even deployed at all, even being held.
It really is just protesters on four corners and police guarding every corner and cars driving up and down. It's been this way for a while.
And the police looking very, I don't know if relaxed is the right term, but doing their jobs, but it's not, the police do not look frightened. They do not look like they are on edge with crowd control. Saying that to you, Angela. The other day we were seeing the police that were very
They were moving forward.
aggressive,
These guys
moving
aren't
forward,
moving
and issuing commands. Not only are they not moving forward, they're not backing up a little bit, maybe just having a chat. Okay, now there is a person that is being directed to not cross the street on the other side of the intersection. That may just be due to intersection traffic. It's unclear why that person was pointed to go the other way. Can I have a sip of my water?
This officer and I have been communicating to make sure we're still okay.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me for 1 second while I drink some water.
Do you want me to take the camera? Got it?
It's actually just looking at your gas mask. Okay. You're getting, if you have been watching along, you are getting to hear a little bit of chatter, a little behind the scenes of what it's like to remain live from the scene just to show everybody. And I'm gonna take this off my head for a little bit because I need to. I kind of want my hat back. Alright, give me one. Please bear with me. Got it? I'm sure my hair is Okay, so there is one person, I'm sorry for the movement here, there is one person walking around that is a pro-Trump person that appears to be pro-Trump and showing their support for Israel. They are getting some boos, but honestly the crowd, other than some language and some booing, is not really confronting that person, so good to see. Mostly right now we are kind of just at a standstill of protesters or staying out here, the last couple hundred people out here making their point, and Metro at this point appears to not have a problem with the people as long as they stay on the sidewalk, stay out of the crosswalks when there are cars crossing. The official protest did run from 5 to 7 p.m. We saw several thousand people out here. This is really just what is left. And I am wearing actually this camera right now and all of our live gear, so I can't really lift it above my head to show you behind me, but it's about the same amount of people as on the other side of the street. If you're just tuning in, this is just what's left of the protest. Now, you know, it's still early in the night. It is, what time is it? 7:45? So 45 minutes past the official end of the protest. And officers out here watching people. Do you think you can look and see, like, are there still all those officers over there? Or people and stuff? Because I just can't know. Maybe I'll just walk. Can you save my spot? I'm going to walk this way just a little bit. I'm just going to move along here. Let you see some of the other protesters along Las Vegas Boulevard here. Just taking a look. We've got people, a lot of the same people we saw earlier. Some press here kind of at the end. This is really well, we've got some press, and before that, you know, we've got some people that are out here maybe just watching, maybe taking a little break, but this entire street, if you were watching earlier, was packed. I mean, completely packed, both sides. There were there were officers all up and down Las Vegas Boulevard. Now we have some way down there. As you can see, Las Vegas Boulevard does remain closed. There are officers at the other end. And they do appear, you know, to be doing some crowd control. It's unclear. There may be some protesters actually at that intersection. I can't see all the way down, but it does look like there may be some protesters down at the intersection of Clark and Las Vegas Boulevard, and that is likely the reason for all of the officers who remain down there. Now we have a police pickup truck driving by. They are actually delivering water to the officers. Just from the end of the intersection here, you can kind of see this is the street corner we've been standing on. This is everyone left. I'm gonna go ahead. Excuse me, are there more protesters at the corner of Clark? Is it smaller or larger group than down here?
Right here it looks smaller, but there's probably a little more press.
More press down there? Okay, we've only been down here. All right, maybe we'll take a walk down there because we saw people move down that way. Were y'all down here earlier? No. Okay, you've been down there the whole time? Okay, and I do see actually some officers in tactical gear.
A lot of them say that they're carrying rubber bullets.
Oh, okay. I'm talking to a person here who has been at the protest. Said that there are officers. Are there officers with guns that that are drawn down there, like the guns that would deploy rubber bullets? Have you seen?
Yes.
Okay. Have they threatened them? Okay. Because we haven't heard anything from law enforcement here. They have not, other than stay on this sidewalk. Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm with the Review Journal, so thank you. I'm going to go check back in with our corner at Bridger and Las Vegas Boulevard. We may need to take you down to the other corner. I will find out in a few moments here. Please excuse the movement. Excuse me. Hey, Tracy, we should go to that corner. I just talked to some people.
Oh.
My boss.
Hi, Tracy. Hey,
How
are you?
She's my boss.
Oh.
I just talked to some people who walked down there. There's a big presence on there. They said they're tackling people and threatening that they have rubber bullets. They haven't used them, but and we haven't even heard them say anything.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, let's hang here.
Okay. Because you saw those officers. If you look, there are way more officers down there.
And that's it.
It says a name, man. She has it too.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Excuse me.
Excuse her.
Here at the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Bridger Avenue, we do still have a calm presence. We have not had any commands other than standing on the sidewalk from the police. It has been peaceful. We have not seen any arrests. We have not seen we have really anything concerning. Honestly, we have not seen anything other than peaceful protesting.
Who farted? That's me.
The sun going down. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's hard. Apparently there's more press on the other corner. That's what I heard from the people I spoke to.
We've got press right behind us.
Yeah,
and then we've got press right there.
There's press, so there's press right at the end, at the edge here. But there were people I watched walk down, and I asked them about the other corner, and they said there's a bigger press presence over there, and it's more where they're at.
I just wanted that situation to clear from us before we went. If you want to walk down there now.
Yeah, let's okay, yeah, let's walk down there and just see. We can always return. Okay, we are going to, excuse me, so thank you for bearing with us here. We are going to take a walk down to, from Bridger Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard, where you can see the scene here. We are going to take a walk down to the next intersection of Clark and Las Vegas Boulevard. Appears that there is protesting down there. There are, like I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, there are some people in tactical gear. We've seen other press, a little different because they're waiting for live hits, not. All right, now just bear with us on this little stroll. You can actually see how there is a line of police cars in front of the federal building. All of this area was packed in hours ago, between 5 and 7. Even before 5 p.m., there were already thousands of people here. You can see now, this is actually the first time that I have seen anyone in tactical gear with guns. As you can see,
they're guarding the courthouse.
That's what I said. These are just people guarding the courthouse, and on the other side guarding the federal building. This is
which they put all the barriers up in front of the courthouse.
And the barriers, I believe, have been here all day.
Mm-hmm.
This is
a pre-protest preparation.
This is not a response to anything happening right now. These are just preparations and gear that these law enforcement officers have, or actually that could be military, huh? Just federal courthouse, marshals maybe. And we've got many squad cars along Las Vegas Boulevard. A lot of them actually do have officers in them, or if they need to move quickly at any time. But I have no idea. I'm so sorry. Now, here is a person who appears to be a pro-Trump supporter. This is a person that was receiving some negative feedback earlier, but as you can see, is unharmed. We are approaching Las Vegas Boulevard and Clark Avenue. We see some more officers. They appear to be kind of the same mood. Not super concerned right now, and some wearing helmets, some having shields on. Now, before we walked down here, there was a person who said that they witnessed an arrest at this intersection. That is completely hearsay, so we wanted to walk down here and see if there was a scene that we needed to show you. Lots of officers, kind of the same mood. There are definitely more officers. It's very, very quiet. There are more officers. They do have the helmets, and they do have the shields. Most of their shields are not on. I think I saw one person who maybe had a gas mask, but we have not had any threats of them deploying tear gas, although we did see tear gas on Wednesday. Everyone is remaining on the sidewalk. Now, we do see more officers here. Definitely, there is one person who is being arrested. We see see one arrest here. Now we do see definitely a larger police presence here at the corner of Clark Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard with protesters. I'm just going to take a little walk through here, show you the scene here. We did just see one person who appeared to be arrested. Excuse me. Just want to take you to the corner here.
Peaceful protest! Peaceful protest!
What we're seeing here is corner of Clark and Las Vegas Boulevard in front of the Supreme Court of Nevada Court of Appeals building. There are definitely more officers. Everyone's toes are on the curb.
Peaceful protest!
There is one person who appears to have been taken into custody right here behind. Oh, there is an officer now. One person who appears to be in handcuffs, talking to some officers. There are more officers on the edge here. Haven't seen anything else. Officers with helmets, with shields. Their face shields mostly not covering their faces, just like we saw at the intersection of Bridger and Las Vegas Boulevard. Similar situation here now at Clark Avenue and Las Vegas Boulevard.
Where's the crime? 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 Where's the crime?
But you can see one person who appears to be in handcuffs.
Where's the crime? 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 It's in D.C.
Excuse me. Gonna go ahead and walk back. Don't want to be separated from my coworker for too long. We gotta have safety in numbers here. Don't seem much. It does seem a little bit more heated, possibly, but. We've got some people out here, you know, some people protesting with signs. We've got some people here dancing, showing different things. And like I said, mostly just a larger police presence at this intersection.
There's a larger police presence here, but it's quieter. That's the
Yes, definitely quiet.
Definitely quiet. There's somebody, second anybody steps in the street, they arrest them.
Have you seen more than one arrest down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 since I've been here.
5 since, okay.
And it's only from walking in the street.
So we have not seen any arrests at the corner of Bridger and Las Vegas Boulevard. Just for anyone that is tuning in now, we did see now at the corner of Clark in Las Vegas, one person appears to be in handcuffs. A participant who is standing here tells us that she saw 5 or 6 people, all for standing in the street. Again, this is not anything that we have confirmed with law enforcement or seen with our own eyes, but that is what we are being told by a person standing here at the corner of Clark and Las Vegas. Now, if there have been arrests at this corner, it is almost silent. You can hear some music from some demonstrators. On the other side, there's a lot more chanting and smaller police presence, but a more fired up crowd at this point. What are you thinking?
We're going to stay up.
Okay. I've got half my battery left still on this one, and then
You guys have been joining anything on downtown Las Vegas for the federal thing? As far as the going on.
I'm not really in a great spot here. I'm just going to kind of walk over to the edge here so I can show. We've got some demonstrators. We've got a lot of different signs I can show you. Now, while I'm showing signs, please just be aware there is always a chance of some profanity, even profanity in Spanish or other languages. Please just be advised if you are watching us online right now. We do have officers, more officers at the corner of Clark and Las Vegas Boulevard, the entire street from Las Vegas Boulevard, at least until the next intersection towards the Strip is closed, and then Las Vegas Boulevard, I believe, beginning at Ogden, but definitely by Bridger is closed. We do have a chant of free the people over at the corner. Now, unfortunately, while I would love to walk down there and show you exactly, it does take a bit of maneuvering. I am not about to step into this street. There are very clear orders to remain on the sidewalk if you do not want to be arrested. There are people crossing the street, with permission from the police, and as the signal changes, say that they can within the crosswalks. We have not received any directions from police to disperse. If you watched any of our live feeds or read our coverage from Wednesday, on Wednesday there was tear gas deployed as well as some rubber bullets. We have not seen or heard any of that today at either intersection. The official protest did end at 7 p.m. We are now around 8 p.m. just after 8 p.m. 8:01, and an hour after the protest. And as you can see, there are still people here between the two intersections, maybe a couple of hundred people. Very peaceful, and other than we've seen one person who appeared to be taken into custody, we have heard from people out here, potentially maybe half a dozen people taken into custody. We were told by someone who witnessed that or says they witnessed that it was all for stepping off the sidewalk into the street. So we have really not seen anything violent. We have not seen anyone resisting the police. We have not seen any tense interactions between the protesters and the police either. Yeah, but you just like hold it still because it's all. Unless you want to hold it for a little while.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You want this too, though? It's not heavy.
Sure.
I had the cord all wrapped up just to be able to walk around.
All right, that sounds good.
Hello guys, how you doing? Guess we gotta talk to them. Oh, she got the professional camera. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're with the Review Journal.
Oh, you are? Oh. You want us to interview them? Yeah, we'll interview a cop for you. Him? He looks pretty cool.
If anyone will talk.
Hey, you want to be in our interview? I don't think he
just
does.
don't like to talk, bro. Like, we all so
You?
bad.
What's your favorite color? Did you pray today?
Did you pray
If
today?
you did it,
All right, guys, so we are still down here at Clark and Las Vegas Boulevard. Much the same scene as it's down at Bridger, where protesters are just kind of hanging out on street corners, and police are making sure nobody steps off the sidewalk into the street. Every once in a while, we'll have a few chants, a few cars going by, like that. But very peaceful down here right now.
I got 2 oranges too. You guys want fruit? I got free waters. Anybody want a water? It's on ice. Oh. Water? Of course. Stay safe. I got 2 more waters if anybody wants it. It's on ice. It's cold. Oh, that's it. All right. That's it. Let's go, Eric. Let's cross.
Yeah, police presence is definitely impressive, but officers aren't saying anything. They're just keeping an eye on the crowd.
They not saying shit.
Everything is quiet for now.
There's a black Dodge Charger. Black Dodge Charger. Charger, bro. There's a black and white Ford Explorer. Yeah, it was a Ford Explorer, bro. It was this car. It was that car exactly. Yeah, I saw it. Can you give him some water?
oh yeah, give him one. He thirsty.
Gatorade.
He gonna accept it like a good boy.
Hey, give that big boy a Gatorade. Give him water. Come on, bro. You gotta get water. Hey, he needs some water over here, please.
We've got officers handing out water to officers and people coming through the crowd handing out water to protesters. Still pretty warm out here with the sun out, well, down. Actually, it's hot. And again, we are at Clark and Las Vegas Boulevard. Little chanting going on. Still some signs waving around. But the number's definitely not what we saw an hour, 2 hours ago. An estimated 7,000 people were packed into this stretch between Clark and Bridger on Las Vegas Boulevard.
I had to take that off.
Yeah.
This shirt sucks though.
I think I'm going to do the same thing.
You want me to hold that so you can take this off?
Yeah, you want to do that?
Wait.
Yep, got it. Hold on. Not sure what's happening right now. I mean, that's really the mood out here, guys. It's like chants every once in a while, but it's protesters on one corner, police on the street. But they are definitely ready to react at a moment's notice if anything happens. apologize for any language. We're obviously live, so we can't control that. So a little movement with police here. Looks just like checking everything out, repositioning. Protesters now chanting with megaphones that they're marching towards the Strat. Wow. Wow.
Looks like the officers are trying to go that way. Should we follow?
Can you do me a favor and get this purple board out of my feet? I'm not sure what it looks like.
Yes, I can. What, here, hold that camera with that
Yep.
one. I'm gonna
Loop it around my arm. Sorry guys, we're
This is a little technical difficulty.
a little technical stuff here.
Here,
Thank you so much. That's much better.
Hold it for you, but I think I'll be
I have never heard this quiet.
March towards the Strat. So many cops. March towards the Strat.
Oh yeah, because cops are here.
If you're still protesting, march towards the Strat.
You guys know you're wrong. This is bullshit. You got a whole city to protect here. How many cops is this? Do you even have anyone taking care of murders or anything going on in this city? Felony, you tell me that you don't even have time to take care of because you're busy
I
dealing
think
with
we
all the
should
rapes
walk
and
that way.
murders.
At least to that side.
Which side? Which way
Over there.
Yeah.
We'll get stopped and just, maybe trail behind with some distance for our own safety.
Yeah, I also, yeah, we'll walk that way. Do you want to go that way or back that way and see what's going down back there?
I can text.
Yeah, see with our crews and see. It's pretty much clearing out here at Clark in Las Vegas as far as the protesters. Some have started going down in the general direction of the Stratosphere. There is a lone person chanting over across the way.
take a spray bottle?
This is what I texted. Give my sauce, 'cause I knew that.
I feel like it's a relatively small group that's kind of going that way.
But I'm
Just kind of wondering if it's mainly done. All right, guys, as you can see, it is extremely quiet here in Las Vegas now. Over 7,000 people earlier, according to some reports, packed in between Clark and Bridger on Las Vegas Boulevard. But so far, it has been extremely peaceful. The protest order ended at 7 p.m. At that point, Metro Police moved into place, and we haven't seen anything out here like we saw the other night so far. No tear gas, just police making sure protesters stayed out of the street. So that's what we saw at that point. It looks like officers are regrouping their plans too.
I think we should walk that way and at least see, and then we can report if people are heading that way or if they are stopped, because they may be stopped.
We're gonna walk one more block up, guys. I think that's a good call. And then see what we see up here. We do have a walk signal. You
Yep.
ready?
We're good to walk?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Look, I wasn't taking any chances.
Nope.
Because now that I see more squad cars heading that way.
Yeah, it does appear some of the police cars are moving this way as well. Hey, Lena. All I have is you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we're headed down Las Vegas Boulevard towards Bonneville.
If lots of squad cars heading that way now.
Yeah.
I feel like the crowd, and this is, you know, for our audience as well. It feels like the crowd that is walking towards the Strat still definitely has a lot of energy. So far, that energy has remained, you know, law-abiding and stuff.
Yes, agreed. But there are very few people that I've seen headed this way. So we're going to get down
like
here to this
everyone at that intersection.
next intersection, and then we'll probably come down for a little bit and figure out if we need to relocate for you guys. But right now, up here on Las Vegas Boulevard, it is very quiet.
On the asphalt, they'll arrest you.
All right, guys, I think for right now, we're going to end this live stream. We have showed you pretty much everything that happened down here tonight. And we will come back up if we have anything else to report or to show you. But for right now, it's been a fairly quiet and peaceful night in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You've been watching breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.